If you live in the central Okanagan area and require air compressor service or repair, please give Murray a call at Repair 250-826-6533. That's Murray at Repair 250-826-6533. Quality work at a fair price. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gene Edwards. You're watching Lubed. This is my preview video for the Edmonton Oilers Vegas Golden Knights, April the 16th, 2022 in the Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. And a huge reminder here, guys, this is not a late night game. This is an afternoon game in Alberta. It'll be a 2 p.m. start time. Over here in British Columbia, it is a 1 p.m. start time. Huge game. But before I break that down, I do want to give out my condolences to the Bossy family and the New York Islander organization, as Islander great Hall of Fame legend Mike Bossy passes away at the age of 65. He succumbed to lung cancer. It is very unfortunate news. It is also the second loss for the New York Islanders organization in about 3 months, as Clark Gillies passed away a few months back. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but my heartfelt apologies goes to the family of Mike Bossy and to the Islander organization. Okay, lots to cover on this particular episode of Lubed, as I'm going to cover over what if scenario percentages after I cover my main stuff. So going in to this game, they have Jonathan Marchessault listed as their biggest threat with 63 points, 29 goals, 34 assists. He leads in points. I wouldn't say they have him listed as biggest threat. That was probably improper of wording that, but he is the current leader on the team. That's only because Jack Eichel came off neck surgery. Pacioretty's been injured. Stone's been injured. They got lots of threats to worry about. So again, they have Marchessault listed there. They also have Chandler Stevenson listed for the plus minus at a +3. As far as the season series go, the Oilers defeated the Golden Knights back in October on the 22nd by a score of 5-3, back in November on the 27th by a score of 3-2, and then lost February 8th to the Golden Knights 4-0. So the season series is 2-1 Oilers. And in the last 5, both teams have a 3-2 record. Which for Edmonton's, it looks kind of normal. Vegas is kind of weird here because they absolutely blew Calgary out of the barn yesterday with a 6-1 win, but then lost twice to the Canucks in the last 5 games, as that just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, like I said, Vegas is a very unpredictable team. But I do think that they will actually somehow manage to squeak into the playoffs this year. As far as your standings go, both teams have 7 games remaining. Edmonton's record is currently 43-26-6 for 92 points. And Vegas Golden Knights are sitting at 41-29-5 for 87 points. They are 2 points back of Dallas, 1 point back of Los Angeles. So they are, and Los Angeles has a 1 extra game played, so they have a game in hand on Los Angeles right now. So you never know, like this is going to get close. This is going to be very, very close. As far as the edge goes, Edmonton leads in the offensive ability. which is debatable now when you got Eichel and I think Stone is there. But yeah, actually, what am I saying? Debatable. We got Connor McDavid, we got Leon Draisaitl. Defense, Vegas has the edge there. Power play, penalty kill, and face-offs, the Oilers have the edge. Discipline and goaltending go to the Vegas Golden Knights. Goaltending, I would think, is kind of debatable, as Mike Smith is looking pretty damn solid. Mikko Koskinen has been pretty solid too lately, so that could be debatable. As far as money puck goes, so I'm going to break down some scenarios here on tomorrow's game. This money puck website is actually pretty awesome to use. This is breaking down the odds of making the playoffs this year. Obviously, there's a few teams now that are 100% because they are clinched. But some of the teams are not, and some of the teams are fighting. Now, Edmonton Oilers are pretty much guaranteed to make the playoffs this year, barring a historic collapse, like I said. They currently sit at 98.7. Now, the thing about this money puck is it is going to give you the breakdown if they win the next game in regulation, if they win it in overtime, if they lose in regulation, if they lose in overtime. So, for the Oilers, there's slight variances in the percentages. If they win in regulation, they jump up to a 99.85. If they win in overtime, they jump up to 99.62. If they lose in regulation, they go down to a 96.63. And if they lose in overtime, they go down to 98.33. So, bit of fluctuation, or just like little small percentages. For Vegas, though, it's lots of big jumps. So currently Vegas has a 53.8% chance of making the playoffs. So they are above 50% to make the playoffs this year. If they win tomorrow against the Edmonton Oilers in regulation, they jump up to 69.26%. If they win in overtime, 68.4. So you can see the significance. That's almost, 17 percentage points up. If they lose in regulation, they go down to 40.81. And if they lose in overtime, they slightly go down a little bit to 53.58%. But they'll still be above the playoff cut if they lose in overtime. So very interesting results there. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking, of course, I got to take the Oilers. And the way the Oilers have been playing in the goaltending, especially that last game, it really showed me what the Oilers can actually play like and what they can do. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for now. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. Remember, it is an afternoon game. For my game review, we will talk soon. Oiler fans, the #1 fan base in North America. If you guys like the content that Sammy and I bring you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and leave messages in the comment section below. We will talk to you soon. Have a great night.